This car happens to be a Mazda 6 and it's a 2015. So what we're going to do is change the front brakes. So before we get started, before we lift it off the ground, I want to break loose the nuts because it's easier to do this on the ground than it is after you lift it up. Okay, and then I'll go around and do the other side too. So this is the owner's manual, 2015 Mazda 6. What I'm looking for is the jacking points. Okay, so we look in the manual and we see flat tire. Removing a flat tire, 714. So we'll go to 714. And here's the jack. And here's where it tells you are the lifting points. So he's right in back of the front tire and right in front of the rear tire. And that's where you put your jack, because I want to know where to put my floor jack to raise this car up. So let's go take a look at the car. So to start with, I'm going to jack this up. I just put a piece of board there to make it a little easier so I don't have a wider surface contact. Okay. And I'll put the jack right here, but it has to go up a little higher. So let me jack that a couple more times. See, now the jack is right underneath the A-frame arm here. Be nice and safe. Okay, for this side, we'll just do a little different, just to show that there's different parts where you can jack it up. Now, see, right here is a piece of metal. Right there. This is plastic. Do not put your jack over there. It'll go right through it. So, see, so. And that just lifts the car up. Then we'll get a jack stand. So we have the jack stand under there. We'll just slowly lower it down. And there it is. Okay, we got it on the jack stand. Now let's just... We have to take these calipers off, probably take this bracket off. I think we'll just take the rotor off just for the fun of it, just to show how it's done. So to make this a little easier for me, I want to turn this wheel. See, so now I have access to all these bolts here. The other thing I want to do before we get started, I just want to check the level. Here's the maximum and here is the minimum right here. So it's getting down to the minimum part, but when we squeeze the calipers together, that fluid will rise here. So I don't want to add anything in until later on. This is a 14. I want to make sure we're going counterclockwise. Counterclockwise takes it off. Give it a little jerk. Okay. Sometimes you may have to get another wrench and hold it here if this moves. But on this one, I guess we're going to get lucky. Okay, so I'm just going to lift this off. And there we go. Here's the piston. Here are the two brake pads. What I want to do, I just got a piece of string. I tied one end over here to the coil spring, and I'm just going to tie it on this so that when I take it off here and it dangles, it doesn't damage the brake line hose. Some people don't do this. I just do it anyway. There, see? Totally out of the way. Okay, so here's one. Okay, see, so this is still, it's got a little bit left on here, so it's, but you just pull right out. That's it, nothing to it. Or better yet, let's just take the whole bracket off. Okay, so here are the two bolts for the bracket. There's one. Here's the other. Now I bought this not too long ago. It's one of these adjustable wrenches. Oh my God, it's beautiful. Can't believe how nice this works. Okay, two bolts. Here's your bracket. Well, here's what the brake pad itself. It's from the auto parts store. Here's some clips. Here's some more. Here's the brake pads themselves. A little too much packaging. Okay, so here they are. You'll see new pads. They have a lot of space. Has a lot of space here in a groove, where this one does not. It's getting to the point where it's getting to the warning, but it can still go quite a distance before it starts wrecking your rotors. So here's what the new one looks like. Here's all the clips. Okay, normally I don't put these in, but since they gave it to us, I might as well. So here's one of them. This pulls right out. And here's the matching one. So we'll just put it right back in there. Clip it in nice and solid so it fits all over. Okay, let's do the next one. Find the matching one. Here it is. Just drop it right in. Fits perfect. We'll do this side. Here's this one. Just presses right in. Perfect. There you go. Okay, so the way we took this off, This was bolted. It was bolted here, and the rotor's running right here. Okay, so let's take a look at one of these pads, and we'll compare them to this size. Okay, looks like it's all right. It has a little clip up here on top, so we'll just put one of those right back on here. Just like that. So when we want to put them in, there you go. That's how it fits. Same thing for this side. It's going to fit just like this. So this little clip goes right on there, just like that. Okay. Alright, but what we're going to do, here, I'm going to take these out again. I bought this brake grease, and I'm just going to put it on here just a little bit, not much, just a little. That way, all this stuff will slide really nice. Don't get it on the brake pads. Okay. Slips right into position. Okay, so what I'll do, I didn't do this, but I just got a little piece of sandpaper and sanded this so it's all nice and fresh. Just put them in here and give them a twist. There you go. I'll take this one out. Hit it with a little sandpaper. Okay, I just get him in there, give a little twist, there you go, all set. Now, let's see, some people pull these out and check them, but there's no problem here. They seem to work fine. They move in and out, what they're supposed to. Floats in and out. I mean, you can take these out and grease them, but I don't think they need grease at all. Maybe in cold, if you're in a place where it snows, everything else, you probably want to take all these out. Just be careful not to rip the boot. Put some grease on it, but here we're all set. Okay, let's go put these on. See, the rotor, what happens is that they just rust around here. Little WD-40 on there. Let it sit for a minute or two. Here's your rotor. That's it. So we'll just clean this up along over here a little bit, and then there it is. And it's got a screw here in case you don't want to beat it. You take a screw and you screw it in here, and it will slowly push it out. Okay, you can use brake cleaner if you want. I mean, I just hit it a little bit. Clean this whole thing off, both sides. Okay, and then here's our little assembly. just slip it right over the top. Has 2 bolts. And here's the top one. Okay, this is number 17. Tighten that one up. So here's the other one. Just push it right in. Simple. See? Here you go. Alright, now there's a rotor spinning between the 2 brakes. So as the caliper squeezes, it stops the car. Alright, so that takes care of the bracket. Now we'll just squeeze these 2 guys together and see how the rotor runs right over here. The next thing, we got to get the caliper back over here. Okay, so it fits just right over here, but here we have the piston. It's way out, so it's got a rubber boot on here. Okay, some people have a special tool that they push this in, and I don't have that special tool. So I just squeeze it with a big pair of pliers, nice and gently. Okay, just squeeze it together. Make sure you don't damage the rubber. Now that we squeeze that together, what I do is I use this brake so it doesn't squeak. So we'll look at this side. Don't need that anymore. So I'll see it's got these where the 2 arms touch over here, and on the other side is where the piston hits. So what I normally do, put some of this stuff here and over here, and then I'll put on the back side over here where the piston is, and then I'll take my caliper, put it right over the top, nice and gently, put the bottom bolt in, then I'll take the top one, okay, this is 14, so remember, clockwise tightens it. Come up here to the top one. See, this thing's moved, this bolt is moved. Okay, so the top bolt, this is moving just a touch. See, it doesn't need much. You don't have to hold it. And just tighten that right up. All set. Here's your bleeders. So if you need to bleed your brakes, you open this up, have somebody press the pedal. You keep on doing that until just solid fluid comes out. But since I didn't crack anything, didn't break open any of the lines, everything else, I don't have to bleed it because no air came in here. Okay, that's one side. we'll do the other side. Okay, so we're looking at the master cylinder. Remember when we started? It was way down on min. Now it's almost to the max. Remember I said I didn't want to put any in until we squeezed the pistons back? So it's between the high and the low. So it's perfect. Okay, once again, just a little oil on these. Not much. Okay, now when we lower the car down, I'll come back and retighten it. Okay, now I'm going to lower the car down and take the jacks off. But remember, okay, this is plastic. Don't do it here. You got to do it here. Right there. That's metal. It's part of the framework. And gently lower the car down because the other side is still on the jack. Okay, remember again, hard metal, not plastic. And then gently let it down. Okay. Okay, one more thing. Don't forget, because it's going to be embarrassing when your wheel falls off. You have to tighten these cross pattern or start pattern. Okay, now we'll do the other side.